sort of, you know, how can I say, you've got to gel with each other in the crew.
Yeah.
It's no good having one that's, you know, no, he's not with you sort of style.
Right.
And it might be a navigator or who it was.
Right.
But we all gelled well together, and
some crews got split up though, didn't they?
yeah. But we had 2 gunners and a wireless operator. We were lucky because we had these. They'd done, I think it was, we'd done either 3 or 4 ops at the time when these 3 packed up.
Oh, right.
And they'd done 2 more. And their pilot had been taken off through illness.
Right.
So we had them, and we went through with them.
So the wireless op went LMF as well, was it?
Yeah, we had 3 go LMF. Well, we had some sticky do's. The first trip we had was Hamburg. We went in, as I say, dropped the bombs, and the skipper, he said, "Okay, now course for home."
Right.
And we were just, I was floating in the back of the aircraft with all the window all burst open.
Right. Were you in a negative G or something?
No, we were losing height,
Right.
upside down.
What was that then?
We didn't know. We thought an aircraft had blown up in front of us
Oh, right.
and turned us over.
Yeah.
We went in at 19,000 up and ended up at 10.
Right. So you dropped 9,000 feet.
And of course, I'd lost communication. The plugs had fallen out. I'd got no oxygen on. That had come out. And because it happened so quickly, I mean, you're not just going down like this, upside down. The parachute was down the back there somewhere, not sure this window. The skipper was strapped in, and he was hanging in his straps. I knew where everything was in the aircraft, every socket, every nut and bolt, as you might say. And I plugged my intercom on, and he was shouting out for me to get up the front, you see.
Right.
So I clambered up there. It opened up with the throttles, like wide open, and he said to Noel, "Are you all right, Noel?" "Yes."
See the bomber?
No, he's a navigator. He said, "What is it, 270 then?" So he said, "Yeah, take that." He said, "I've got nothing at all to tell us." You know, he said, "I've lost my charts, I've lost everything." And this is only seconds you've got to think of that this happens in. And everybody wondered what was going wrong. I tapped Ridge on the shoulder, and I pointed to the altimeter, see 10,000 feet, and he nodded. In other words, don't tell anybody.
Oh, right, no, right.
And they all asked him what was wrong, what was this and all that. We said, "Oh, we have an idea an aircraft blew up underneath us." And we did, until I read, it was the updraft from the Inferno. We got hit by this updraft. It's all to do with the various pressures of air.
Yeah.
On that particular night, the temperature over Hamburg was about 32.
Right.
Above freezing. This is up above, it would be probably 20 or something like that. I mean, some nights when we went out, it was minus 47.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's very cold.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
People were just lifted off and sucked up.
Really?
And everything was being pulled into where the Firestorm was created.
Yeah.
Buses and everything.
Yeah.
Women carrying their children.
Yeah.
The heat was so intense that when they came out of the, they come out of the air raid shelters and were all under the houses, and they'd go across the road and they'd be stuck in the bitumen.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and they'd die like that. We didn't know.
When did you find out then? It was
Didn't find out until
after the war.
After the war. And I always say this, if there was anybody else that got caught in, in the Inferno like we did, they never got away with it. Otherwise they'd have heard.
Right.
I was a bit worried, I'll be honest, because, you know, instruments had all gone haywire. The master compass at the back had been toppled, obviously, but that wasn't working, and one or two other gauges were not working and that. And I was worried about the petrol side of it, but it was okay. We landed at Bimbrook, taxied in. The ground crew came round, and as we got out of the aircraft, they said, "Where have you been then? What's happened to you?" And there were panels that were all loose. Rivets had been popped. And the fuel jettison trunks had all come out underneath the centre tanks. And then, the petrol hadn't gone because we hadn't turned, we hadn't jettisoned it.
Right.
If we'd have turned that on afterwards, that would have jettisoned it, but they came out automatically. It was in a bad state, the aircraft was. And that was the first one.